Welcome to the Tansson Talks show. I'm Brandon, the host of the show, and I always love doing this. Heading into today's episode, I'm very excited to speak with my guest here today, Dieter. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Brandon. It's so good to have you here tonight. Thank you for the invitation.
Oh, absolutely. I'm so excited to speak with you. I'm so glad that we have this time. And so, first of all, how are you doing today?
Well, today it was a really long day for me. I just made it home to be with you tonight, but after all, it's been quite a hard day, for me. But somehow I just made it here. But super excited also to be here tonight.
Well, hopefully, this is able to make your day just a little bit better.
Yeah, I hope so. I need to relax and chill and just talk things with you.
Well, we're definitely here for a nice and relaxing conversation. And so, if you're able to go ahead and introduce yourself before we get started today.
Yeah, sure. Well, hello everybody. My name is Dieter Tirado. I am a communications and PR professional from Lima, Peru. I've been working in PR agencies since I graduated from college. Uh, I was a former member of the PRSSA, which is something that I loved the most during my career or during my time at college. And yes, I think I can talk about me. That's all what I can say.
Well, that's awesome. And I'm so glad, like I said, to get started with this conversation.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. And so, I want to start off by asking about your college experience going back a little bit.
Mhm.
And so, overall, how was that for you during your time at your university?
Brandon, I personally loved my time as a college student. I wanna go even back in time when I was a senior at high school. By that time, I wasn't sure what career I was going to study. I took lots of tests, and well, most of them like told me that my profile was to be a communications student. So I applied to the university that I started, which was Universidad de San Martín de Porres. And well, during my time when I started then in 2017, I loved meeting new friends, meeting new teachers. Something about my career is that in my university I was able to study like different subjects of all things that you can do in the communications career, such as journalism, advertising, PR, filming making, and so on. So it was awesome for me to know a little bit of some of everything. Sorry, and yeah, during that time I also was able, as I told you earlier, to be part of the PRSSA chapter, which was something like unexpected for me because while I was in high school, I go back once again. I was looking on the internet what things I could do in my college. And then somehow I found something named PRSSA. So I decided to click to read the information and well, I waited for the moment to apply, and it was while I was a sophomore student in university. So that's when all my experience in PRSSA started. But well, I graduated in 2021. I graduated during the pandemic, so my last 2 years at university were I wouldn't say complicated, but quite unusual because I had to take my courses online, to do my homeworks and projects here at my home. But that's something I guess everyone had to do during that time. So yeah, that's some things that I remembered about my time as a student.
So I'm so glad that you were able to come across PRs to say thanks to your research on the internet. I know that's certainly a great tool, and I'm so glad that you were able to get involved.
Mhm.
But overall, it must have been so interesting finishing up your studies during the time of the pandemic.
Oh yeah, it was quite unusual, as I told you earlier. I have one memorable experience because during my junior year, I had a subject related to do some audiovisual projects to do like a program for news and entertainment, and I was waiting for that year because in my university we had like a TV set, and I was able to visit it, to work with the machines, with the camera and that, but pandemic started. So I don't know how, but my teacher told me how to do this at home. I remember one day I was covering all my windows. I had to make like a program for news at my house. So I used my television, put some background. I was doing like an anchor in front of a camera, and it was quite fun, you know. It was also memorable because I had the experience to get involved with other students, not only from my city, Lima, but also from other cities that my university has like a presence there. And it was fun because you could get to know other people, other cultures as well. So yeah, it was a beautiful experience.
I'm so glad, and I really like that you were able to get involved, find things that interest you in the university, especially what you were saying for, for like TV sets and everything. That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot actually.
I'm glad. I'm a big TV person, and so I love everything that has to do with that.
Cool.
And yeah, and so continuing forward a little bit, I did want to ask. So, how was your experience within PRSSA as a student?
I loved it. I can resume just as that. I loved my time in PRSSA. Uh, as I told you just a few minutes before, I entered PRSSA without knowing about PR, about communications. I just decided to join the society because I wanted to experience, to explore what could PRSSA could bring to my career, to my life. So without a doubt, I started like participating in everything that was the chapter was doing here in my university. For example, the year I started being a member of PRSSA, my university hosted the first district conference held ever in South America here. So it was a big experience for all of us. I was able to learn and connect with a lot of students, professionals. By that time, I was working or serving in the social media team for my local chapter. So I was able to do some posts for Instagram, Facebook, you know. And due to my commitment to the chapter, my professional advisor uh, like trusted in me for the next year to become a member of the executive board. In 2019, I was the director of internships and scholarships. So my job was basically motivating the members to apply for the scholarships, the awards, the grants that PRSSA offers to its members. And also, I remember 2019 particularly because due to my responsibilities, due to because I was getting more and more involved in my local chapter, I was also selected to represent my university to participate in the international conference held in San Diego. And it was not only just going to attend the conference, but also to host a chapter development session that my university, alongside the Argentinian chapter, like both of them applied, and we were able to get a session in San Diego. So it took us, like for example, like 3 or 4 months to prepare for the session, and I was just counting the days to get in the stage to present what we were doing in Peru, in Argentina. I remember that we talked about how to connect internationally with professionals, with students, or how to get involved, how to strengthen your communications skills. And the people there was really excited. they found the session really interesting. A lot of people came to us to say hi, to meet us. It was a really beautiful experience, and also because I was able to celebrate my birthday there during the conference. So 2019 was one of my best years ever. And well, during the pandemic and in my junior and senior year at high school, I uh, I was able to run our student run firm we had in the chapter. So I was able to connect or to know how do a PR agency works, and that's what I think gave me the confidence to later after university to start working in an agency like that. And well, I was also an international ambassador for PRSSA. I think it was a great opportunity to also connect with the national committee by that time, to get involved in conferences, to invite some of them to the activities we did here in Peru. And well, yeah, that's a little bit that I can tell you about my experience and at PRSSA. And I just wanna resume it to something that has given me more confidence, more skills to my career, and something that I think won't ever be able to forget about it.
I love that. And I'm so glad that you were able to help represent your chapter at the International Conference Icon
Mhm.
in 2019 and celebrate your birthday at the same time.
Yeah, yeah, I like that. Yes,
And so, outside of the trip, were you able to do anything else to celebrate your birthday that year?
I remember we were able to visit downtown San Diego to eat some Mexican food. I don't remember the name, but it was like a submarine they have in San Diego. Uh, I think we were to La Jolla Beach also. I liked it a lot. So yeah, I was able to visit and enjoy the city.
I'm so glad. And I did want to ask so, how was your time at the international conference? Was it your first time within the United States?
Yes, it was my first time in the US. Uh, I think the university gave me the resources to, well, for Peruvians, you need to apply for a visa to enter to the US. So I applied for the visa. They gave me the visa for 10 years. So it was a great opportunity. And since then, like I found in San Diego in the conference like big opportunities for PR students. So that motivated me to have like a goal in a midterm or a long term even to maybe have a career or to spend some time working in the US. That's something that I would like to do personally. Mhm.
That's amazing. And is the US the way that you thought it would for being there in San Diego?
I liked it. Yes, I I remember the people were like so welcoming for us. It wasn't so hard to connect with the people. Well, in San Diego, I remember that you were able to find some people that talk Spanish because they are really close to Mexico. But yeah, since then, I remember visiting the US for like two or three more occasions. Actually, last year was the last time I've been there. And yes, I was able to visit some other cities, such as New York, Daytona Beach. I visited also Alabama. So yeah, I am knowing more about the US, and that's something what I like. I definitely enjoy every time that I have the chance to go there.
I love that. I'm so glad that you had a chance to enjoy yourself and visit
Mhm.
back a few more times. I mean, that's amazing.
Yes, and that's something that I want to keep doing every year if I have the chance.
Well, one of the next times you come, you're gonna have to come to where my area is in Virginia.
I will keep it in mind. I'm going to add it to my next destination, maybe.
I love that. And how was your transition going in from yeah, from college into your career. How was that like for you going into more real life work?
That's a good topic, you know. Uh, as I was telling you, I graduated during the pandemic, so there were like no big chances to start working in person by that time. But also, I found it like quite difficult for me because I wasn't able during my time as a student to apply for an internship. But by that time, it was super hard to apply. So, if there was something that helped me during the period while I was applying to different jobs or companies was my experience at PRSSA. I was telling every company, every manager what the chapter was, what were the things that I were able to do, my experience managing a peer firm by students. So they were interested in knowing more about it. So I kept telling them more and more about that, and well, one day, I think it was the third time I was applying to a peer one, the biggest peer agency here in Lima, and they accepted me. So I was able to make an internship, but as a professional now, graduated from college, and there I learned a lot. I particularly loved working in PR agencies because it demands you to keep or to have organization a lot, but also it gives you the opportunity to know about different like I don't remember the word in English, but the different types of or sectors that companies may have, such as for example mining or cosmetics, corporate or entertainment industries. That's the word. So yeah, that's what I like the most about my transition.
I'm so glad that you were able to get accepted to one of the biggest firms where you are. And how was that for you? Knowing that you got accepted to that position.
It was like a big impression for me because while I was a student, I was telling myself I want to work there, but I imagine it. I don't know, maybe 5, 10 years more from now. But it was my first time ever applying to a company, and it was the biggest PR firm, as I told you. So I was just shocked. Uh, I left the agency. I consider that I learned a lot about how to work in a PR agency. I developed some skills as well. So it was a really great experience that I can remember.
I'm so glad. And how did it feel? I mean, going from studying everything at your university to then taking on that position. Was there a big shift in how you had to think and act?
You know, if PRSSA helped me to find what I would like to do after university, because I when I entered university, the first thing I wanted to learn about was audiovisual communications. I wanted to know how to edit videos or to work in, I don't know, TV production, cinema production. But when I started learning or taking subjects about public relations, it got my attention, and I started like reading more, getting more involved in what a peer career is. So when I started my career in a peer agency, it was like, okay, this is the path. I know that this is something that I enjoy doing. I enjoy working with clients, working with different types of companies, bigger, small ones. So yes, I like my career. I like what I am doing now as a peer professional here, and I would like to keep doing the same way.
That's great. And I did want to ask too, since you mentioned you had originally started studying to learn AV and
Mhm.
video, and while of course you are in the PR field now, is that do you ever have a chance to dabble a little bit into video out of curiosity?
Yeah. I still have some curiosity. Uh, During my spare time, I enjoy making some TikTok videos for myself or some organizations that I work as a volunteer in social media. So I'm in charge of managing their social media accounts. So I have to do some videos. I have to record some videos as well, you know. And yes, I have some occasions, small ones to do that.
Well, that's amazing. So the best of both worlds.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Well, that's great. And throughout, your time beginning your career to now, where would you say that you have, grown since then? And is there anything that is different than you first thought?
I indeed believe that I have grown as a professional. During my time at university, like I wasn't able to get the skills that I consider I have now. I think I'm a more confident person. I trust in myself more than while I was a student. I think I am also more a social person. That's something that I discovered during my phase now as a professional. But also, if there's something that I remember the most of my university is that it has given me the contacts and the people that I needed to connect for my profession now. And that's something that whenever I have the chance to talk to somebody that is starting the career, my best advice that I get, that I tell to them is that connect with the people, even though you are going to AV or you're going to PR, you're going to journalism, connect with them because you don't know when you will need to ask them for help or to ask them to help you in something in particular. So yes, connection I think is a really important thing that people should do not only when they're starting a career but also when they are growing in life. I think at all in every moment of our lives we need to connect to grow our networking. Yeah.
I love that. And I 100% agree that it's so important to connect whoever you want to have a professional connection, a potential friendship, or even just knowing somebody. I think it's always so great to be able to have someone to ask for help or to even just chat like we are now.
Yes, and that's something you just said really important. You don't need to focus only to connect or grow your network professionally, but also to do some time to have good time with your friends or with your families. Yes, that's something that we as humans are called to connect to be social.
Yeah. I feel like, especially now in our digital world, that it's even more important now more than ever to connect and really get to know someone.
Yes, I think digital things today has helped us to connect more with people from abroad. Particularly, I was able to connect during my time in PRSSA with professionals from your country, but I also had the chance to meet people from different parts of the world, and it's amazing that only with just a click you can chat like we are talking right now, or you can send a message. That's something that people years ago wouldn't imagine that we were doing today, and it's part of our life today.
Yeah, it really is. And it's crazy to think, yeah, as for me, someone that, yeah, really studies the history of communication,
Mhm.
going from even just a simple letter to the telegraph and now, to here where we could just send a message and, chat, hundreds and thousands of miles and kilometers away.
Yes, and I can imagine what may the future of the communication will be. I particularly would like to teleport to one city or to one country by in a second. Yes.
Yeah, that would be amazing. And the crazy part is that that might be a reality one day.
I hope so. I am confident that people may teleport one day, for sure.
Yeah, I definitely think that would be pretty cool. And yeah, and I definitely, like I said, would love to hear some more of your thoughts about sort of what you think the future of communication may be. But continuing on a little bit with your story first, I did
Mhm.
want to ask one of the questions that you'd proposed to me that I love is that what can someone expect from working like in a PR agency? And so you spoke a little bit about this earlier, but are you able to elaborate a little bit more?
Yes. Uh, when I started working in the PR agency, I was expecting like, okay, this is going to be cool. I'm going to write some press releases, to maybe make some interviews. But the reality was that, first of all, you need to read a lot. You need to be in constant update of the things that not only media but your society or the context is talking about, because it somehow involves the clients that you are working for. Uh, Also, you need to be or to have organization, because depending on the agencies, some of them are bigger agencies, there are small agencies, so you can have one, two clients to maybe five or six at a time. I remember that in a moment of my experience there, I was working like with six different clients at a time. So it was quite stressful sometimes. And yes, I think stress is something that you will find in PR agencies as well, but also it is important for anyone who wants to apply for that style of job to have some balance, because balance nowadays I think is something that people should consider as a priority, sorry. Working is okay, but it is also important to have time for yourself, for your family, just to relax, to take a breath and start thinking how things are going, if you're feeling well or not, if you need to take some rest. And that's not a problem. Taking a rest or having some time for yourself is not bad. It's not forbidden for everyone. So I consider it as really important. And yes, there are some things that I found during my time working in a PR agency. And another big thing that I found is that you get also the chance to collaborate or to start working with different areas, such as maybe digital communications or public affairs. So you get to know something about those uh, those areas, right?
Well, yeah, I definitely love what what you've been saying, especially in regards to to keeping studying, to keep learning, but then also to give yourself that balance. And so, since you mentioned that there's so many, I'm sure, stressful situations within PR, so how do you keep a balance within your life?
Well, I particularly like, first of all, to start working. I am putting an example here, but I start to work since 8 or 9 a.m. and to finish by 5 or 6 p.m. If there's something that, I don't know, happens after 6 p.m., I try to uh, to arrange it to work for the next day maybe. But um, I also try to use the weekends to do some activities that I can enjoy. I particularly love doing simple things such as going for a walk or listening to music, spending time with my family. So during weekends, I try to do those things, or maybe going out for a concert, going out for a walk with some friends. When I have more time, or there's some holiday here, I try to go out and travel here in Peru, or going outside. So those are some ways that I try to keep or have a balance in my life.
Well, that's so great, and I'm glad that you're able to spend time with family and to listen to music and just enjoy being with yourself as well.
Hmm. Yes, I love listening to music. Whenever I need to, whenever I think I'm going to explode, I just put my headphones on, start listening. I Here I'm going to reveal something, but I am a big Disney fan, so I enjoy listening soundtracks of Disney, High School Musical, Camp Rock, because I grew up with those movies. And yes, that's something chill for me.
Oh, I completely understand. For me, I love TV theme songs, and so I will listen to, TV theme songs all day, while working, and so I completely understand.
Yes.
Is there a favorite Disney movie soundtrack that you like more than others?
High School Musical. Both, no, the three movies. I like them a lot. And Camp Rock, yeah. Well, musicals I like the most. Not only from Disney, but also Wicked, Grease. I like musicals a lot.
That's amazing, and I'm so glad that you're able to have that into your schedule and and to like I said, enjoy that time that you're not working.
Hmm. Yes. As I was telling you before, I think putting some time for yourself in your schedule for the week is important for every person.
I wholeheartedly agree with that. And are there any skills that you believe that a PR student or incoming professional should have to prepare for the career?
Yes, I think I was telling some of them during this conversation. Uh, Organization, I think, is the key one because you don't know how many clients you will be working with. So during your schedule, during your week at work, you need to find a way to work in a good way for the clients that you are going to manage, but also doing the stuff that I don't know your boss or some of your peers are going to give to you. So organization is a key one. I would consider to read a lot, to watch media, to read newspaper, to understand what people is talking about during the week, during the day, to also to write. Writing is really important in a peer agency, and I think that it is a skill that I developed a lot. My bosses several times recognized that in my team I like had the best writing, so that's something that I enjoy doing the most also.
That is great. And I really like that throughout this conversation that we've able to have not just a personal conversation, but you've been giving a lot of great tips to incoming members of the PR field, and I like the dedication that you have to that. And have you been able to to help speak with others who may be like in PRSSA now, for instance?
Yeah, actually I try to somehow get connected with the students that are now in the chapter, try to share with them my experience in PR agencies, and in occasions I invited some of them to work with me. There was a time I had a member from PRSSA that worked with me, and I tried to keep doing the same way because the chapter, the society, I think it gives you the strength to work not only in an agency but also in house companies. So yeah.
That is great, and I'm so glad that you're able to, I mean, to stay involved with the chapter, even though you've been graduated for a few years now.
Yes, I try to do that as I was telling you because I consider peer SSA gives you lots of resources, lots of things that you can apply during your career. So I should recommend the students not only from a chapter but also from different chapters to enjoy or try to use them the best way possible because it gives you really great opportunities for your career.
That is so great. I'm so glad that, I mean, that this organization is allowing so many amazing people to include, yourself to, to broaden their horizons and get prepared for the field before, they properly enter. And I'm so glad that it's been so beneficial for you and the members of your chapter.
Hmm. Yes, it was. I am personally so grateful with the chapter, with the society, with my university, but also with the people that I had the chance to connect or to get involved in at the moment. And also now during my time as a professional, I I get connected with more people. So I consider everyone should learn from everyone at all time. Yeah.
That is outstanding, and I'm so glad too. I mean, just even staying in touch with, with members of the international PRSSA community. I love that it's becoming a more inclusive environment, and even though it already was one, but even
Hmm.
more so, and and even more able to share the amazing voices of the members of the society. And so, how is it for you now seeing that PRSSA is becoming such a I mean, a truly welcoming environment, especially for the international community?
It really motivates me more to to tell the people here in Peru, do your best in PRSSA. I know Milagros, the president, is doing an amazing job. I have sometimes to also talk to her. She visited here in January, I remember, and I was able to meet her. I congratulated her for the job that she's doing now. And yes, Pierre is saying now, I see it as a community for people from different parts of the world. I think that for us, the students here in Latin America, whenever they have the chance to go to a conference in the US, it opens your mind a lot because I consider the industry in the US particularly like has more chances to offer for us. So there are several opportunities that any people from here can apply, and also people from the US can learn a lot about how is the industry going here. Uh, I think I can tell you that public relations in Latin America is not well known or not well developed, but those who are in PRSSA, we understand what the profession is and try to do our best to so the people can understand what a PR people can do here in their own countries. So yeah, whenever I see people from Argentina, Colombia, Puerto Rico, now Mexico having its first chapter, it it makes me happy, because I see and I remember my time during PRCC, and I think it helps. It helps a lot. It gives you more confidence in yourself. So yeah, that's what I can say about the growing of the society here.
I mean, I'm so glad that you're able to, let's say, share your insights and and help enjoy and celebrate, the growth of the amazing Public Relations Student Society of America. And I know Milagros had highly, recommended for me to speak with you, and I'm so glad that we're now having this conversation. And so, the possibilities are really endless when it comes to, the public relations field and and everything that it entails.
Hmm. Yes.
Yeah. And I did want to ask a little bit too. So you'd mentioned a little bit earlier, of course, that you have so many different experiences that you enjoy, from listening to to musicals to Disney movies to of course, public relations and AV work. And so outside of everything else, is there anything else that you really enjoy or admire outside of that?
Yes. I am a big NASCAR and Formula One fan. Uh, my last two times when I visited the US, I had the chance to go to a race of NASCAR, and it was a dream come true because I'm a fan of the sport since I was 7 years old, and I am not lying. I don't know how I found NASCAR here in the TV, and since then I started like watching year by year and having the chance to go to a race to experience that. It just made me proud, and I can imagine myself, and it would be like an interesting dream to come true to work in that industry in sports media, not necessarily with racing, but I also like well soccer here, soccer Olympics stuff. I am more interested in that recently, so I can imagine myself, and it would be interesting to do that stuff.
That sounds outstanding. And yeah, and I'm so glad that you were able to, yeah, I mean, to get involved in, yeah, with your admiration for NASCAR, get to see some stuff up close. And so, I mean, that's outstanding. And even though you said that you don't know how exactly yeah, you originally got involved, I feel like those interests that we get early on are the ones that truly stick with us.
Yes, yes, I also consider the same.
Yeah. And how was that experience for you?
Oh, it was amazing. My first time for a race in NASCAR was in Daytona Super Speedway in Daytona, Florida. So it was amazing to see the cars going really fast. I had also the opportunity to get some autograph from the drivers. So I remember it. I enjoyed a lot. And last year I also visited Talladega Raceway in Alabama. So it was an unforgettable experience as well.
I mean, that definitely sounds so thrilling. And yeah, I mean, that's so amazing that you're able to, yeah, really do your childhood dreams right. Yeah, right here. And that's just so amazing.
Yes. And I have a dream for this year. Now I think it's time to maybe go to a Formula One race. So I don't know. Let's see what time can do.
I really hope that you are able to accomplish that before 2025 is out.
Yeah. Yes, I hope so. Yes.
And speaking of that, I mean, are there any other plans that you have for what remains of 2025? I know that we're only in, March as late March as of speaking, almost April, but this year's definitely going by quickly.
Hmm. Yes. Well, talking about my personal dreams first, I would like to maybe have my own car by the end of the year. Um, Also to grow a lot in the agency that I am now. Uh, I think I have more opportunities to grow here, so I expect a lot about what 2025 can offer to me. And also to well, one of my goals for this year definitely is to go to the PRSA icon in Washington in October. So I am already planning everything for it, and yes, I hope to be there by that time.
That's outstanding. And as a fun fact, is that uh, where PRSSA Icon 2025 is in Washington D.C. is only 4 hours away from where I live.
Yeah, it's really close to Virginia. Yes.
But yeah, so I'm definitely hoping that, like I said, I'm able to go or or stop by at that time. And so yeah, I've never had Icon this close to me before, so we'll see. Fingers crossed.
You should consider it, definitely.
Yeah, I definitely will. And what part are you most looking forward to for Icon? And I know you went to the 2019 one. Have you been to any of the other ones?
I was able to listen to the 2020 and 2021 conferences. Uh, so my favorite part about the conferences in PRSSA and in PRSA is to interact, to connect with the people there. I love that they have like some career exhibitions to have like a master's degree. So I remember by the time I was in San Diego to spend a lot of time there to know what universities have to offer to the people. So I hope to do the same maybe this year.
But I definitely hope that you're able to, I mean, to make the most of that opportunity. And yeah, I mean, it's just so great, like I said, to speak with you and get to know you. And so I did want to ask, did you have any questions for me while we're speaking?
How are you doing? How is your experience in the society?
Oh, that's an amazing question. And yeah, I mean, overall, first, yeah, I'm doing great. And my experience with First PRSSA has been, yeah, amazing. And so for me, I first joined, well, actually, I was first involved indirectly for a while before officially joining. And so one of my first professors at my university was the PRSSA faculty advisor. And so
Mhm.
he weaved a lot of PRSSA stuff into our classes. And all my classes were online because I was an online student. But
Mhm.
since I started college in 2020, but nevertheless, though, yeah, I was really intrigued by the, I believe, two or three PRSSA events I attended early in the pandemic, and I didn't know what PRSSA even was at the time. I didn't realize it was the actual organization you could join. I just thought they were really cool events, with great
Yes.
people, and so yeah, I didn't think anything of it. And then at the end of 2021, I was asked to be a part of a panelist for an internship panel that our PRSSA chapter was hosting, and I was the only non PRSSA person to be a panelist, and so it was really fun. I had a chance to meet a lot of people, and again, I didn't fully realize it was an organization. I just thought it was a great event. Glad I was invited, and then about 2 or 3 months later, I just happened to be on campus, and my professor said, you should join the PRSSA meeting. It should start in a few minutes." And sure enough, I mean, they welcomed me with open arms, and I, signed up for PRSSA officially later that month, January 2022. And so, I mean, I had loved it as I, yeah, finished my undergraduate degrees, did my master's degree, and now um, our organization is now trying out a alumni chapter. And so, where we're able to stay in touch with our local alumni as we celebrate 10 years of our chapter last year. So we're it's been very exciting being a part of it, and now I'm slowly getting into PRSA. Now that I've been
Mhm.
graduated for almost a year, and so I'm excited for the new beginning.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. Well, first of all, I want to congratulate you for deciding to become part of the society. I think it's a decision that everyone that is here won't regret about it. So, yeah, congratulations for that.
Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it.
Hmm. And well, I have another question. I don't know if we have time, but what motivated you to have these conversations? Because I saw your videos you have with a lot of people. So, what was the reason, maybe?
Oh, that's a great question. Yeah, so at first, I had just really wanted to get involved and to help people, and so I had always wanted to help people in whatever way that I can, and so that really has driven me into content creation when I first started. Uh, a long time ago, it feels like, first with YouTube in 2016, then podcasting the year afterwards, but I've really been enjoying what I've been able to do and the connections I've made with people. And so through the years, it sort of evolved into my podcast now. Whereas I first started off, I was just me talking about technology, and the newest like phones that came out and stuff like that. But it evolved over time into having conversations and just seeing how people are doing. I feel like we don't ask that a lot, and so
Mhm.
that's something I had always wanted to do. And I've never been the most social person, but I've always enjoyed whenever I have a chance to meet someone new and just ask them about their life experiences.
That's a really nice story, Brandon.
Thank you so much.
Hmm.
And yeah, and I know that even before I had reached out to you, that you were already familiar with some of my work.
Yes, because as I told you, I saw some videos from, well, you had the chance to interview. I remember Harry, Isabel, well, Milagro. So they are people that I know. So I think that's the way we got connected.
Yeah, and it's so it's so interesting whenever I reach out to people or people reach out to me and saying that they're familiar with my work, because it feels so surreal at times that like people actually tune in and they watch, and they are familiar with what I
Mhm.
do. It's just it it feels like a fantasy that's just like, wow, like I really did that and people are actually tuning in and you know want to come on the show, and so it's such an honor.
Yeah, actually, you're doing a great job. I think opportunities like this, I did not have the chance to see it before, to listen different stories from people, from professionals from different part of the world. So keep doing that. It's something really amazing.
Thank you so much, and like I said, and thank you for for your support and for telling us all about what you do, from your personal interest to your professional journey and everything in between.
Yeah, thank you so much for this opportunity. I really enjoyed the conversation.
Yeah, I've likewise so enjoyed it, and definitely keep me in touch with all of the amazing stuff that you're doing. And I hope that our paths are able to cross again soon, a little bit later this year.
Yeah, I hope to maybe see you in October in Washington.
Yeah, I'm definitely, like I said, looking forward to it. I hope it's all able to work out.
Yeah, I hope that too.
And and I did want to ask, so what does it mean for you to be able to tell your story, here on the show?
You know, before we started this recording, I was terrified because this is my first time ever participating as a speaker in a podcast. Quite difficult for me because it is not in my native language. So I was like thinking, what can I do? What can I talk about? Trying to arrange my ideas and that. But it felt really good because, as you just said minutes before, to ask people how they are doing, to ask them how are they feeling, is something that you don't talk with everyone every day. Um, I remember the things that I shared with you, so I haven't realized how many things I somehow don't tell the people about me, or remembers that I can speak with the people more, to share my experiences more. So it's been a really moving session for me.
Well, I'm so glad, and like I said, it truly is such a, I mean, honor to be able to hear, your story, and I'm just so glad that you're able to, I mean, just do so many amazing things. And so, if anyone wants to tune in and potentially follow you online, where are the best places for them to find you?
Well, people can find me on LinkedIn, Instagram, and also social network. Practically, you can find me as Dieter Tirado or Dieter Tirado Núñez in Spanish. So yeah, feel free to connect with me, to interact with me. I would love to connect with you as well. And well, we can chat, we can make some videos as well. So yes, feel free to get engaged with me.
Well, that's amazing. And last but certainly not least, I want to allow a chance for you to go ahead and close out our episode with whether it be an inspirational thought, life lesson, or whatever the case may be. The floor is all yours.
Okay. Well, something that I would recommend people is to not be shy, to be open to every people you share during your life. I think when you have the confidence to trust in people in your college, in your work, even in your family, it gives you more confidence, more strength in your day by day life. Try, as I was telling you before, try to connect more and more with people because you don't know what opportunities they can bring to your life. So yes, that's something that I would tell the people here tonight.
Well, I love that. Well, like I said, I want to thank you so much for, like I said, for coming on, for speaking with us, and yeah, I mean, I truly have absolutely enjoyed this conversation.
Yeah, me too. Thank you so much, Brandon, for this amazing opportunity, and I hope to keep listening from you, from other experiences as well.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, I'm so excited, like I said, for for people to to tune in and to hear our episode, and I'm so excited, like I said, for us to keep in touch, and I look forward to what the future has to hold.
Yes,
And yeah, for those tuning in, thank you so much as always for tuning in to the Tansson Talks show. I always appreciate your support and continue tuning in every week as we continue on our mission to bring people together. I'll see you next time, friends. Take care.
bye.